So in this video we're going to look at the second exercise, which is actually exercise 2.3 in the exercise booklet 2. It's slightly easier than the second exercise, so I gave that to you as the second one to try. Now if we take a quick look at this one, you can see here we have this shape which is based around overlapping circles, and you can see on the dimension drawing here we have these two center points of the two radiuses, which are 350 apart, so that's what we need to draw first. Now, we've talked in class about using the guides or guidelines, and you draw guidelines by using the tape measure tool. Now, the tape measure tool obviously can be used to measure things, but you can also use it to drag guidelines from already existing lines. So, to do that, you click and drag on any axis or any pre-existing line. So here we go, there's my first one. It doesn't really matter how far away it is from the axis, but that's my first guideline. And what I'm also going to do is now take one from the red axis, and the interesting and useful thing about guidelines is when you have two crossing over, it actually forms a point that you can snap onto. That's going to be the important thing in drawing the two, or the circles we need. Okay, so I've got two guidelines which are now crossing. I now need another one, which is, as we can see from the drawing, which is 350 up from the one I just drew. So I can now take a guideline from my guideline, and from there I can just type in 350, and now I'm certain that the distance between this center point and this center point is exactly 350, which allows me, of course, to draw my circles. So I'm going to take the circle tool and just have a quick look back at my sketch. Now I've got this slightly bigger pair of circles at the bottom. One is 210, one is 250. So let's draw those first. I'm actually just going to draw the larger one, the 250. And I'm going to draw the larger one of the two up here, which is 200. This is 200. And there we go, just by typing it in. And what that allows me with these overlapping circles to do is select and delete the lines that overlap. So I'm going to take my select tool, click on the first one, and I can hold down the shift key on my keyboard and then click the second one and delete, which now takes away any division inside this shape and makes the whole thing one single shape. Okay, so now I need to use my offset tool again, and you can see that 250 minus 210 is 40, and also 200 minus 160 is 40, so we want that offset to be 40 all the way around there. So offset tool here, drag it in, type 40, take my select tool, select the surface in between that we don't want anymore, hit the delete key, and now that's gone. And all I need to do then is pull it up to 400 millimeters. So push pull tool, click and drag, just so that Sketchup knows which way you want to push pull it. And now there is my finished article, 400 tool, and all the correct dimensions. And I've done that by using guidelines. Now that's going to be useful for you in the next exercise, which I'll do in the next video.